Alright, WawsGaming here, part 13. Welcome to the new crew members joining from the recommendation search. Welcome to the midnight shift. So, we just finished the Rufus fight. Now we're extracting the team. This isn't just a let's play anymore. We're shifting to a podcast type. Been in the Navy for 18 years. Pizza manager on my part-time job. Essentially a second full-time job at this point. A dad, a husband. And then tonight we're going to be talking about what it finally feels like to have the horizon in sight after a long journey in the military. It's quite stressful and very anxious as my 20 years are coming to an end soon. Right, got some security guards and Barrett and them. So I've mentioned that I have a hitch when it comes to opening up. You know, when you're balancing 18 years of service with management role at a pizza joint on top of it, you get used to the silence. You don't bring stress after a double shift, so you just do what you need to do, you smile, you carry on, and rinse and repeat. But quite honestly, recording, it's helping me fix that, quite honestly. I feel like I'm opening up slowly but surely. Still not perfect, still won't be perfect for a while. But just want to let you know if you're out there listening, I'm here, I listen. Solo missions aren't fun, even when you're in a room full of people you feel like you're alone. So I hear you, we're breaking the cycle through this channel, not just these parts, but the channel itself. So we're aiming for hopefully a smaller version. I know I've been killing you guys with the 30 minutes. I try to keep it 15 just because it's easy to watch, you know, kind of enjoy what's going on, enjoy the scenery. It's just very amazing. So, hopping on his famous motorcycle, they're hopping on the van. You know, it's classic Cloud. Figuring it all out and escaping. You know, it's kind of what the military does, is we overcome the situations, we adapt to it, and we carry the mission on. Tell us a little bit about it. We go to the mission, Barrett and Tifa, yeah, I think that'll be okay. Except who has her? No. There's all this stuff. What are we gonna need? Steel or enemy, but go ahead and let's take all the stuff that we can. I think everybody has mithril. Alright. Here's the chase. This is where we adapt and overcome in the military and in life. Get a mission of protecting. And we figure it all out. Out of here. Out of here. Out of here. This is one of the most iconic fights. I remember this as a child. I always look forward to this. Sucking time on this. Cloud hit him. For goodness sake. I'm taking a lot of hits. So, you know, just one of the most intense cutscenes early in the game. Kind of gets your attention a little bit. Would you slow down? this reminds me of kind of how my naval career is, you know? Fast, stressful, you know, not always perfect. A lot of figuring it out. A lot of figuring it out, a lot of impromptu thinking. But fun, all in all. Alright, they've all backed up. Alright, this boss. This is the Moral Ball. He is the final gatekeeper. Physical embodiment of the midnight grind. And he is standing between us and the world map. So, we're taking this tank down. We're gonna get a, I forgot to swap party members. Lose a turn today. Alright. You know, when we think about bosses, we think about forks in the road and how we overcome the challenges that life throws at us. And this is the one that's essentially almost like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Just because of the sole purpose of it being the quite literal embodiment of a gatekeeper keeping you from the freedom of the world map. I messed up. So this is gonna be a super fun fight. Because Cloud, which is my heavy hitter, is quite literally the healing material, but does not have the all material put to it. So this is going to be a lot of adjusting on this boss fight. I almost feel like I'm robbing you guys of the true experience, and I truly apologize for that. 1600. If I can get Cloud to start attacking, I can chip that away pretty quickly. I should be fine for now. He's got nothing to steal. I don't know how that happened. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, he's done almost 300, so this should be quick as long as I can keep Cloud attacking. But anyways, welcome back to the podcast. And you know, this scene right here where we're being chased and we have to figure it all out. You know, that kind of reminds me of going to the gym, right? The Navy, speed is security, momentum is everything. So when you feel quitting the gym, right, because the road is pretty hard, right? I mean, you saw the frustrations in the real life thinking that you have to kind of be there to tactically do it. You know, so you just gotta keep swinging the sword, right? You gotta protect your people, protect your crew, protect your family. Of course, family's always first, and I just screwed that up. So, that is, again, the pure embodiment of the momentum and the speed of everything. You don't have time to sit back, you just have to react in order to provide the best protection and best capability that you have. So, with that, this boss fight is about to be over if he doesn't kill my teammates, which would potentially be a miscalculated pattern in my part. Alright, there's the boss fight. Finish it off there. Alright. Let's see where we're standing at on time. It's 10 minutes actually. Probably going to be cutting us semi-short. Oh, Tifa learned our second. Alright, Gatekeeper is done. Just one more step to retirement. As we would see it, right? There's one more hurdle that we've identified and accomplished. This is kind of where we talk about the future a little bit, like the game does. You know, look at that beautiful scenery. We're looking at it. We have the high hopes of the horizon over the, or the sight picture over the horizon. You know, it looks nice and pretty, but there's also a fearful of what adventures you're going to encounter in that nice new road and planning. So I can understand it, you know, the anxiety, the hesitation of leaving something that you are 100% accustomed to. But at the same time, sometimes we have to do what we have to do for our families, friends, ourselves, our higher calling, what we feel like we're being called to. It goes for everything, right? I chose to start going for a sleeper pill like I started talking yesterday. You know, slimming down, having that pure strength, not extremely bulky. It's not like a cloud figure. We're actually going to take... Yeah, we'll take those. So it's a lot of relatable parts. Probably why this game has been my childhood memory for a very long time. Alright. This is a beautiful reenaction. We're actually going to be heading out to the next town over. Just happened to be slightly next door. But I'm actually going to stop it right here because this next part will be split up into countless amount of parts due to the sheer volume of history we will be getting. Again, thank you for watching. I know it's slightly lower this time, and I truly apologize, but thank you for the huge impressions from YouTube, all the new visitors that we have had. I hope you've enjoyed the channel. Thank you for riding with me in this extraction. And if the Midnight Shift vibe is hitting home for you, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started. WawsGaming, out.